Imagine you had enough money to live anywhere you wanted, work as much as you wanted, and answer to no one. Imagine you were a millionaire. It's possible. But only if you know how to change your brain. The most important video of your life begins in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hi, I'm Winter V, and in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how to crawl inside the minds of millionaires and burn their wealth-generating power into your brain. How to turn your mind into a magnet for money, where without effort, money, wealth, and opportunity is magnetically drawn to you. I'm going to shatter the myths you've been told about why people struggle with creating the income, abundance, and life that they want to create. And I'm going to reveal the secret, real reason your career, income opportunities, or bank balance almost never seem to change, no matter what course, seminar, book, or degree you've received. And I will show you how to quickly and easily transform even the most in-debt, financially strapped person who thinks they are a lost cause when it comes to finances into a magnet for wealth. Regardless whether you want to take a quantum leap in your job, through a promotion or a raise, or start a business you've dreamed about, or have the debt you desperately want to pay off. Or maybe you just want to leave a legacy of financial security for your children. After you watch this presentation and do like I suggest, like thousands of people have before you, you may be shocked at the staggering transformation you go through, almost overnight. I'm going to teach you the secret in just a second. But before I do, I need to talk about the big myth that's keeping you from creating all the financial abundance you want now, and that you, quite honestly, deserve. What's the big myth that's keeping you from automatically attracting your God-given right to be financially free for life? The big lie is the idea that wealth and financial abundance can be found in a book, a seminar, a guru, a new money-making system, like the kind in infomercials. The fact is that wealthy, the self-made millionaires, the people who seem to be lucky or blessed with opportunity, or have the right connections, or are always in the right place at the right time, are that way only because they have a specific mindset. This mindset, a core set of beliefs, thoughts, feelings, is what is common to each of them, and it is the true source of their wealth. What separates the people with astonishing wealth and abundance in any area of their life from the people who just stay stuck in the hamster wheel of just getting by, or who keep banging their head against an invisible money ceiling that keeps their balance very, very limited? Do the wealthy, the self-made ones, have special connections, a special talent, a special strategy? If you want to know the truth, it's none of the above. They just happen to have a mindset, a certain way they use their brain, a way that not only makes them appear to be lucky, to make the right choices almost all the time, and have all the right connections, but also to create wealth habitually, effortlessly, naturally, like wealth is in their DNA. Self-made millionaires buy and read the same books you do. They go to the same seminars. They take the same courses. And they started out with the same limited resources. Many of the millionaires I have met had nothing. I know I didn't. In fact, some were so in debt that their net worth was less than zero. But they bounced back. They have habits, attitudes, and emotional states that allow them to produce financial abundance when others cannot. Who am I And why do I know this? My name is Winter V. And I was lucky enough to stumble upon the true secret to attaining wealth. When I focused on changing my mindset, I went from being depressed, lost, without any direction, and to be honest, an addiction to alcohol. And in just 1 year, I became sober. I am healthier than ever before, and I attracted over $1.2 million into my bank account. I'm talking about cold, hard cash. And now that I'm helping others, I'm finding that I'm no exception. Anyone can access their own millionaire-making DNA if they want to. So how did I do it? Well, as cliche as it sounds, it was hitting rock bottom. But even though that sounds cliche, it's absolutely the truth. And it's also a very, very difficult, embarrassing, and life-changing story for me to tell you. It started when I found out my mom was diagnosed with a terminal illness. She went from being the healthiest person I knew to a prisoner stuck in her own body just in a matter of months. It was heartbreaking. As a programmer, I didn't know where my career was headed. I never knew how long my current contract would be or where and when the next one would show up. And I was also in a toxic and abusive relationship I didn't feel I could leave just because she was so good at taking care of my mother. I didn't know how to cope with this. Now, I had a certain psychology at that time. I'd always turn away from my fears. I wouldn't address the important things in life that were crying out for my attention. So habitually, I turned to alcohol. That was the only way I could cope. I remember taking a visit to my mom. I brought 2/5 of vodka in my luggage. I'd find any excuse or reason to numb my emotions with alcohol. I'd quietly slip away into my room whenever possible, just to ease my own pain. After she passed away, I coped with the loss with more drinking and more substance abuse. Then, just as if it wasn't that bad enough, my father, who I was also equally close to, called to tell me he was diagnosed and terminally ill with cancer. It felt like I had no control over the events in my life. One night, after an episode of binge drinking, I got in my car to drive home. It was a really rainy night, and my car began to hydroplane. Before I knew it, it was spinning clockwise out of control. I thought I was going to die. I closed my eyes and took my hands off the wheel, giving in to what I thought was in store for me. I just barely missed wrapping it around a telephone pole, and I slammed full speed into a building. As I opened my eyes, amazed to be alive, I found myself in a new place of pain. It was so bad that it even ended up in the local news. After that night in jail, I woke up in the hospital. I was completely overwhelmed with shock and shame. And if that wasn't bad enough, I was arrested for drunk driving and was sent to jail. The first night in jail, realizing what had just happened, I made a decision. I will create a different life for myself. I had never made such a decision with that much clarity before. And in the next 12 months, I was able to achieve what most only dream about. In under 12 months, I built a 7-figure business. I ended up with 4 houses and 4 cars, traveling the world countless times, and was even able to spend 5 months abroad, all while maintaining and building a multi-million-dollar business. It has been the most profound change I have ever been through in my life. Now, most people will immediately ask the question, how did you do it? I would probably ask that same question too. The better question to